Hello, good afternoon. So today we'll be doing chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, revision for first term exam. Okay, your first term exam is until chapter 4. But today's seminar, because it is 1.5 hour seminar, so we'll only be able to cover 2 chapters. Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, because chapter 1 sure will come out in exam. That is for sure. So for chapter 1, we're not going to cover full chapter 1. We only cover those important topics. Those important topics. Okay. And chapter 2 will cover about 80%. So we learn about the meaning of history, the concept of time, then the sources of history, and the different research technique of history. Then on the right here, we have chapter 2, Ice Age. So today we'll be doing after chapter 1, we'll do some practice, and then only I will go for chapter 2. Okay, I'll teach you some exam technique, how to write essay, how to write, answer your structural question in school. And then after I teach chapter 2, I'll also explain to you some of the study technique. Okay, so today we'll start with this one. Okay, so the meaning of sejarah. So mainly we have Bahasa Melayu and Bahasa English. Bahasa Melayu, there is a dictionary called Kamus Dewan. Kamus Dewan give definition of for most word in BM. So based on Kamus Dewan, sejarah is a research about past event that happened long time ago. Okay, past event that really happened long time ago. That is considered as sejarah. Okay, so Bahasa Melayu sejarah, this word come from perkataan Arab. Perkataan Arab called sejaratun. Sejaratun means tree, family tree. So by knowing sejarah, we will know our root. We will know our root. So you can draw the tree, the symbol of tree. So English word history. History means cerita tentang seseorang. Cerita tentang seseorang. Okay, a story related to someone, which come from a Greek word called historia. Historia means what? Historia means research. Research. Okay, so we research about someone's story. Okay, so for English, history is someone's story meant for research purposes. So sejarah generally is about past event. Past event. Okay, so now talk about time concept. The concept of time. So we have decade, means 10 years. Abad means century, means 100 years. Alaf means millennium, 1,000 years. So you can add a 0 to guide your notes. Okay, you can add 0. Okay, and then we will be talking about this M and SM. Sebelum Masehi and Masehi. So now, today, this year is 2024 Masehi. Masehi means 2024 years after the birth of Jesus. 2024 years after the birth of Jesus. So before 2024 years, that is considered as sebelum Masehi. So we have AC and BC. Before Christ and after Christ. Before Christ and after Christ. Because now currently the whole world, they follow the Western system. They follow the Western system, and the Western system follow the Romanian system. The Romanian system follow the based on the birth of Jesus. Okay, 24 years after the birth of Jesus. So before that, it's called before Christ or BC. Sebelum Masehi. So we have Masehi and sebelum Masehi. Okay, so I push up. Okay, so the next page, we will learn about the source of history. So we have two main sources, the primary and the secondary. Primary and the secondary. So primary means original, unedited, unpublished, undefined. It is not edited, it is not published, it is not defined. It's the original. Okay, the original source. Okay, example like artifacts. Artifacts will be the man-made, human-made stuff, like vase, ceramics, sword, copper bell, those are considered as artifacts. Fossil is also considered as symbol primer, like the dinosaur egg, dinosaur bone, those are considered as symbol primer. Diary is also considered symbol primer. Diary is also considered symbol primer. Okay, because it's written by that person, handwritten by that person, so it's considered as symbol primer. Okay, and then sumber secunda. Sumber secunda is basically edited, published, and also spread to the public. Also known as the common copy. The common copy, like books, magazine, newspaper, journal, encyclopedia, surat khabar, those are considered as sumber secunda, because it is already defined. Already defined. You know what is defined? Defined means you only see from certain perspective. Means it is not a full picture. It is the picture that the author want you to see. Example, Malaysia punya sejarah. So anything related to the West, they will basically try to make it ugly. Anything with the Islam, Malay, they will try to make it, bigger, prettier, better. So we'll have this different tafsiran. Because we are Malaysian, so takkan we go and glorify the Western culture, the Western thing. So we're going to glorify and emphasize on Malay Muslim culture. So those are called the buku, majalah, akhbar. So definitely will be biased. It's edited, it's published, and it's spread to the public. And the value of those sources basically is very low compared to artifacts, fossil and diary. Those are precious. So sumber sejarah, we got two. Okay, sumber primer and sumber secunda. So when we research, we want to know more about history, we can go for books. So we have steps for books, for interview, for archaeology. So for books, the step will be you need to know where the book come from. You need to cross-check the book with the National Archive. Make sure that it is the correct copy. And then number two is we get other sources for comparison. And then we will keep the different sources as record. Then we must use the correct equipment, such as computer. We will store all the information, the computer, and then we will analyze using AI for comparison, for highlighting the important points, to conduct analysis. Okay, as for interview, we have three stages. before the interview, during the interview, and after the interview. So before the interview, you must determine who you want to interview and also the scope of the interview. And then you will read books related to the topic. You read books related to that topic. Okay. Before you attend the interview. Then after that, during interview, you must record. Not only you must record, you must give the person confidence to share more. Okay. Confidence to share more. Feel free to share more. And you must record. And then back home, you process the record. You create a list of question and answer. So what question you ask, and the answer from him or her. His answer or her answer. After you create the list, you cut the recording. Cut the recording according to that particular part. And then you store it. That is process rakaman. So archaeology is gali cari. You must remember archaeology. If exam they ask you what is archaeology. So you just remember two words. Gali cari. We go and dig plus we go and find. Find what? Maklumat sejarah. We try to find the ancient stuff. It's also known as excavation. So before excavation, we will do the planning. The grid planning, perancangan grid. And then number two, each of the box, the grid box, will put a number. And number three, we go to the actual area. We will label the area according to our plan. And then put the number. So after we set up the grid, everything, and then we'll start excavation. Start digging. So when we dig, we'll dig the depth, the grid will have a 3D grid. So layer by layer. And then we'll record our discovery. This area we find a knife, that area we find a skeleton, that area we found ceramics. So basically we'll list out all the findings. Can Okay, then this one is we bring back to the lab, magma archaeology. So number one, we will shift the artifacts, and then we will categorize. Pengisihan means we will categorize, and then we will start cleaning pembersihan, and then we will take catalog. Catalog means take photo with special number, special identity number. Then finally, we'll take the artifact, part of the artifact for analysis. Try to find out what is the material. Yeah. Okay, so now you can flip to page number 6. So I will teach you how to answer your exam question. Okay, I'll teach you how to answer your exam question. Okay, your exam question will ask like this, which is, what is the meaning of sejarah? What is the meaning of sejarah? So you can straight away write, peristiwa berlaku masa lalu. Peristiwa berlaku masa lalu. Whether komus dewan, comma, kajian peristiwa pernah berlaku masa lampau. Okay. So majority teacher in school can accept this answer, but certain school teacher will request you to rewrite your answer, rewrite your question. Later I will show you. But majority of the teacher will accept the comma form. The comma form, not the point form, but the comma form. You don't go for dashing, dash, 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 dash. Don't. You just write peristiwa berlaku masa lalu. You get 1 mark. Kamus Dewan, comma, kajian peristiwa benar berlaku masa lampau. There is the combination of 2 points. Kajian peristiwa benar berlaku masa lampau. So if 1 mark, I encourage you to write multiple answer. Don't 1 mark, you need write 1 answer. Don't expect 1 shot, 1 kill. Okay, for sejarah only, if the correct answer, you get marks. The wrong answer, your marks won't get deducted. Okay, I must make sure you understand what I'm trying to say. Example, 1 mark, you write 4 answer. 1 correct, 3 wrong, you still get 1 mark. Like for example, my case, I write 4 answer. 1 mark, I write 4 answer. 4 answer, 4 also correct. I maximum only get 1 mark. So your teacher will tick, tick, tick like that, and then behind it will write 1. 1 mark. Maximum. You score maximum. Okay. So you must remember, wrong answer, the marks won't get deducted. This exam technique only apply to sejarah. Okay. You don't use this method in science or geography. You might score negative. Only sejarah, you're able to write more answers. Basically, they let you try. They let you try. Okay. So usually TDC student score 95, 100 marks. Only TDC student will know the reason why they score. Usually is they write more than 100 points. 100 marks, they'll write roughly about 200 to 250 points. Yeah, that is how they actually score full. Because certain point, if they, for example, you write 4 answer, only got 1 correct, 3 wrong, you still will get 1 mark. So basically that would be very secure. That is how they score high marks. Okay, so you must know. So when they ask you English, the pengertian sejarah dalam bahasa English, so you can say history, cerita tentang seseorang, berasal perkataan Yunani historia, yaitu penyelidikan. So like that, 1 sentence, 5 marks. But teacher only give you 3, maximum 3. So if you want to rewrite the answer, rewrite the question, you can say erti sejarah dalam English ialah history. Can you see that? If your school teacher require you to rewrite the question, you write the short one, the shortest possible. Pengertian, you don't write pengertian, you just write erti sejarah dalam English ialah history. Can you see that? So teacher cannot say you wrong. But teacher cannot say you 100% right. So you're on the borderline. You're on the line, the borderline. Teacher don't give you marks, teacher is wrong. Teacher give you marks, teacher not happy. Teacher like, look at this thing, is like tak berapa betul. But it's not until salah. It's on that line, the fine line. Okay, you're stepping on the line. But it's okay. Because if the shorter answer you write, the more time you have to write other important points. Okay, so your SPM answer will look like this. This is the marking, marking scheme. Your marking scheme is like that. They don't care whether it's in 1 sentence or 2 sentence or 3 sentence or 5 sentence or 7 paragraph. If you 1.1 sentence, you're basically wasting your time creating sentences. So usually I'll tell my student, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. But of course, don't go and write until point form like this. Right? Point form like this, you are on the yes, you're on the borderline, but you are more on the wrong side. More on the wrong side. But you use comma form, teacher cannot say it is point form because it is a proper sentence one. It is a sentence one. So you cannot say that it is point form. It is not point form. It is comma form. So you can comma, comma, comma until your teacher comma. So you can use this type of approach. So far, very, very effective. Very, very effective. A lot of students score very high marks. And then during the normal class, we can enjoy learning extra knowledge. Because scoring is not something very tough. So this one is talking about berasal perkataan Arab. Sejaratun bermaksud pokok. 1 sentence, 3 point. Shock. Perkataan Arab, 1 mark. Sejaratun, 1 mark. Pokok, 1 mark. Nice. Dan sejarah, pengertian sejarah dalam kamus Dewan. Kajian peristiwa pernah berlaku masa lampau. 3 marks. Pernah berlaku. Can you see that? I joined 2 points together. It is a research that really happened long time ago. Like that, 3 marks really. So I encourage you, 4 marks, you write 8 points. Sure you will score full. Sure you will score full. Okay. So I push up. So what is the benefit of learning sejarah? So you can say faedah mempelajari sejarah ialah memberi iktibar. We learn a lesson. Memupuk semangat perpaduan. Unity. Dapat memupuk semangat cinta akan negara. Dan bangga menjadi rakyat Malaysia. Seseorang dapat mempelajari budaya adat bangsa lain dan memupuk sikap hormat menghormati antara kaum. And then got students say, so that we won't forget. We won't forget who we are. So you can say warisan negara, bangsa dan keluarga dititik berat dan tidak akan dilupai generasi muda. Which is a strong point. Which is a strong point. So you exam, you just write extra points only. Essay also you write like this. Essay you write like this. Like for example, 4 marks, you just write 8 points. Double up the point. Then after that, few sentences join together. A, B dan C serta E, F dan G. Just use this way. A, B dan C serta E, F dan G. So like that, you get 6 points really. Because every sentence you start must have a head, middle, and tail. So just imagine you separate 6 points to 6 sentences. Basically, you are wasting your time building sentences. Yeah, but so far so good. SPM steady. Yeah, so last year SPM is a bit girly. The percentage of students score is 1 word, gay. The best so far is the best results. The best results of what we achieve. The best results. We always break through last year results. This year also we break through. I look at the detail. Like for example, last year is about 70%. 70% of students 70% of students score A minus or above. This year is 84.6. This year is 84.6. Means 100 students, 84 students score A minus or above. A minus or above. Not pass, 100% pass. But we're talking about score A is 84%, 84.6. Yeah. So it's very, very good, the results. Meaning the scoring technique is ngam, betul. So this one, of course, your school teacher, school exam, you prioritize your school teacher. If your school teacher want you to fulfill a certain format, you just follow. Rest assured, it's only your teacher. It's not a standardized marking scheme across Malaysia. No. So the standard scheme, I already tell you, correct answer, you get marks. Wrong answer, you won't get marks deducted. So Alaf, you just write 1,000 year. Abad is 100 years. Dekat is 10 year. Sebelum Masehi is zaman sebelum kelahiran Nabi Isa. Jesus is Nabi Isa. Don't write Jesus. Jesus got no marks. Nabi Isa got marks. Remember, it's a Jesus. So Jesus' name is called Isa. It's a Jesus. Nabi Isa. So they'll ask you Masehi. Masehi will be zaman selepas kelahiran Nabi Isa. No need pattern. Oh, just now I write that sentence already, so I cannot write the same sentence again. I'm like, don't need pattern. So you just can change the word, and then you can write. Anybody still writing E? Anybody still writing E? Okay. Hey, if I'm too fast, let me know. If I'm too fast, let me know. Because I teach for many years really. Teach for many years, so getting faster and faster and faster and faster. So it is not about me. This seminar is about you. It is about you. Don't let my many years of experience spoil your first time experience. Okay, so if I'm too fast, you let me know. So got 2 students still writing. If you are done, you just go to the chat, you type done, and then I'll move on. Got 1 student just now hands up, and got 1 student through chat. Let me know that still writing E. Once you're done, then you let me know. Later I'll give you comprehensive advice, which is comprehensive study technique, everything. So that you can score. Okay, done. Okay, I wait for another student. So anybody still writing E? Okay, done. Good. So chronology, chronology didn't include in my notes. So if they ask you what is chronology, remember chronology is called timeline. Timeline. You know what is timeline? Means a series of event. Rentetan means a series of event. Rentetan peristiwa berlaku secara teratur mengikut urutan masa. A series of event according to time. Okay, like daddy confessed to mommy. Then daddy, mommy together. Then they get married. And then your mommy pregnant. And then you are born. Then you go to kindergarten, primary school, and now you are in high school. Then today you attend seminar. There's rentetan peristiwa, a series of events must follow time. Mengikut urutan masa. What happened first and then what happened. So this one you just write zaman selepas kelahiran Nabi Isa. And then exam will ask why historian they write history must split into different tema. Tema means theme. Usually they will split to politics, social, and economy. Politics is how the gang work, how the country work, talking about the law, talking about who make the final decision. Politics, talking about war, peperangan. Okay, those are called the politics. Wait, I restart first. Okay, good. Social is about science, knowledge, education. Social means how they pass down the knowledge as a society, how the society maintain as a society. Talking about science invention, talking about education, talking about the layer, the what we call the class social, who is on the top, who is at the bottom. Economy is how we make a living. What we produce, how we make a living. That is called economy. So why we split to politics, economy, and social? Easier for us to research. Tujuan untuk memudahkan penyelidikan. Tujuan untuk memudahkan penyelidikan penulisan. Dibahagi kepada politik, ekonomi, sosial. Dengan ini, memudahkan perbandingan. Easier for us to compare antara bangsa, negara, tamadun. So this is another type of question. Ask you to do bandingan. This is a very good question. Very good question. So there is two types of answering technique. Somehow your school like this type of explanation. A1 manakala B1, A2 manakala B2, A3 manakala B3. So you write a lot of A, B, manakala. So it's a total waste of time. So my preference is A123, manakala B123. That will be much shorter. My preference is this one. But anyhow, I'll teach you write this one and this one. I'll write this one first, show you why I prefer this one. But once you learn my technique, it's very hard to go back to the cuckoo bird technique. Because once you do the short version, you will like, enjoy the benefit. Write short, but lots of marks. So by accident, you will like combine those points. Like example, you compare these two. This is the technique. This is surat khabar, this is loceng gangsa. So surat khabar, sumber bertulis, stroke sekunder. Manakala loceng gangsa, artifact, stroke sumber primer. Okay, stroke sumber primer. Then this one I cannot tahan really, I combine. Surat khabar telah diolah, diterbit dan tersebar umum. Manakala loceng gangsa belum diolah, belum diterbit dan belum tersebar umum. You see the marks. Which one you prefer? Of course, the second one. You no need to write surat khabar loceng gangsa so many times. And manakala so many times. But somehow your school teacher don't know why. some school teacher will prefer this one. When students write this type, they don't like. But you must remember, follow the sequence. If you here, you write A1, 2, 3, the comparison must be B1, 2, 3. You must make your teacher life easier. First, you talk about the weight. Second, you talk about the height. The third, you talk about the skin. So the first thing, you talk about the weight, talk about the height, and then talk about the skin. Whether it's rough or smooth. Rough skin. B got smooth skin. Okay. You compare about the skin, height, weight, like that. So you must arrange nicely. Make it easier for teacher to find the points and compare the points. And then for you, you only care about one thing. You want to get the points. Can you see that? 4 marks. Straight away, I give them 10 points. So now you know the secret of TDC student scoring. They are basically answer sheet, but in the comma form. Teacher love you, and trust me, teacher love you, and better than those students that write a lot. You write a lot, teacher read a lot, You write a lot, teacher read a lot. And then no marks. Your hobby writing, and you think your teacher hobby reading, man. You want to get alive, your teacher also want to get alive. So more and more teachers are luckily, more and more teachers they can accept. But still got some teacher prefer this one. Your teacher will tell you, and you don't go and ask. Don't ask. Unless your teacher say. If your teacher say, you follow what your teacher say. Don't follow. Don't use my name and say, oh, you Hong say cannot. Don't. You don't put me. You don't put me in the your teacher class is your teacher class. You won't go to your mommy and say, oh, neighbor mommy got cooked spaghetti. Mommy didn't cook spaghetti. Then you make your mom angry. Your mom will say, you go to neighbor. You call the neighbor auntie mommy. In this house, we eat rice. Then, you don't use the neighbor mommy. Get the idea? Don't use tuition teacher to attack your school teacher. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. What we call the consequences will be very unpleasant. Unpleasant for you, unpleasant for teacher, unpleasant for me also. Okay. So whatever your teacher say, you follow. But you don't go ask your teacher. Don't. It's just like buffet. You know buffet? So when you finish eating buffet, you take ice cream, Haagen-Dazs or what, and you walk out. Okay. So for those people who eat buffet before, it is not right to take the ice cream out. But if you really want to take the ice cream out, okay, don't ask. Don't ask. Just walk out. Just walk out. Usually the waiter won't stop you. Don't go and take the ice cream and go ask. You put the waiter into a very difficult situation. And the waiter will in your face and say, tak boleh. Then you'll be like, yeah. Usually your teacher want to help you, and teacher want to help you, unless your teacher specifically say no. And then no. Okay. So this one is surah khabar. Which one same with A? Then can say buku, majalah, encyclopedia, journal, and risalah. Journal is the magazine for the professional. The law journal, the doctor journal, the accountant journal, the dentist journal. Journal meant to upgrade the what we call the doctors, accountant, lawyer, with the latest technology, with the latest discovery, and latest what we call update the standard, because the law will change. the law of a country will change. Tax law, accounting law. Yeah. So it's a very fun thing. Yeah. Yeah. So I push up. Anybody still writing A? Anybody still writing A? Okay, so I push up. Anybody writing B? I think everybody focusing on C. So how to protect our sumber sejarah? So you can say keep those things in museum, give money to the archaeology to find more artifacts before they rot. Yeah, in the ground. And then build more museum, promote our history internationally, attract more tourists to our country and visit those museums so that those museums can stay afloat financially. Because local we all don't go museum one. We go museum for what? We seldom go museum one. We seldom go Malaysia museum. But when we go China, we go China museum. We go Taiwan, we go Taiwan museum. And then we pay the entrance fee. Then we help the other country to maintain their artifacts. Oh my God. So Malaysia also should do the same. Attract the tourists to go to Malacca and visit those museums. Keep those museums afloat lor. Yeah. Then this one is maksud penyelidikan sejarah. What is archaeology? Archaeology is kaedah scientific mencari maklumat sejarah daripada tinggalan sejarah. Okay. You will ask me, Yu Hang, how am I going to remember? How am I going to remember the answer? The answer very simple. You just need to do question and answer only. Verbally. Verbally, if you can say it out, most likely you can write it out. So you look at the question and then you try to answer verbally. First time cannot, try second time. Second time cannot, third time. Then repeat, test yourself repeatedly. It's called soal technique jawab. Technique jawab. Created by this philosopher called Socrates. Socrates got say how to make people become smart. Question your answer and answer your question. And question your answer and answer your question. So don't feel bad when you look at answer. Do not feel bad. Okay, look at answer and then look at the question, able to say out the answer. Okay, of course, make your answer as short as possible. As short as possible. Why must make your answer as short as possible? So that you will write lesser. When you write lesser, your life is longer. You write longer, your life will be shorter. Okay, this is what I discovered. That's why TEC student, they can score for a reason. Okay, trust me, the first time you answer the question, you'll be the standard answer. When you answer the same question 2,000 times, your answer will be, That is how professor answer people. Answer already, you'll be like, can So that's why I must be very careful. I don't want to be the old professor because this is your first time learning. Your first time learning. First time learning this topic. So I must not spoil your first time experience. Okay, if I'm too fast, let me know. I'll slow down, I'll explain. So normal class focus on understanding why. before exam, just do revision. Okay, so Q&A, question and answer. Okay, I cover the answer, look at the question, come out the answer. Trust me, your answer will be shorter and shorter and shorter. So scientific means what? Reality. See it to believe it. It is opposite of religion. Religion is spiritual. Spiritual, believe it to see it. Believe it to see it. It's a very different thing. Archaeology is we go and dig. We go and dig and find the artifacts to prove our point. See it to believe it. Reality. What is believe it to see it? When you look into the sky, the galaxy of stars. Trillions of stars. So the probability of Earth is the only planet that has life. It's very tiny. The probability we are the only one alive. But as long as we cannot find the strong proof that another planet got life, it is just a belief. It is just a belief. So we believe other planet got life, only we'll go and search. And we go and search and we found the planet with life, then it will become a proof. Proof that other planet also got something alive. We are not alone. So this one is lisan. Lisan is interview. Temu buah. So it is an interview to get information. Interview to get information, not interview for fun. Interview to get information. So toko di temu buah dikenali sebagai orang sumber. Okay, source person. Kaedah bertulis is kajian melalui maklumat dipahat dan dilukis pada dinding, gua atau batu. Pahat means carving. They carve on the cave wall or they carve on a stone, a piece of stone. So this one is, they're asking how the steps for archaeology. The steps of archaeology. So you must imagine, now you are the chief. Now government suspect that your house underground, your house to the underground got dinosaur bone. So what you going to do? Number one, perancangan grid. You take out a piece of paper, a grid paper. And then every boxes, you give them number. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So this one, okay, setiap tapak atau diberi nombor rujukan. Kawasan ditanda berdasarkan plan. This is still on the piece of paper. This is still on the piece of paper called plan. Then this one is physical already. So you will physically tandakan the grid physically at home according to the plan. Then only you start digging, excavasi. The excavasi dengan penemuan. Sorry. Penemuan dicatat. So we'll record all the finding. Because the question asked the tapak penemuan, not dekat makmal, not at the lab. This one is shifting, classification, cleaning, take photo, catalog the finding with unique identity code. And then we do analysis. This one is in the lab. So this will not accepted as the answer. That is at the lab. Because this question very specific. They talk about the tapak. penemuan. Kaedah lisan. Kaedah lisan. So ada 3 tahap. Got 3 stages. Before the interview, during the interview, and after the interview. So for persediaan, it's before the interview. You have to determine who you interview and the scope, the interview scope. And also baca sumber bertulis berkenaan. Read some books on that particular topic before you go, so that you have the control over the interview. Beware, later your interview got hijacked. Kena hijack because of your lack of knowledge. You kena hijack and GG, your interview fail. Your interview fail. So you must read some books on that particular topic so that your knowledge is not zero. If your knowledge is zero, you'll make the toko angry. It's like talking to a tadika. You know the Congress, US Congress, go and ask the TikTok CEO. Wow, I tell you, it's like even like you know, when you watch that video, it's like, oh, very clearly like the congressman is not prepared. That fella is not prepared. That fella don't know what he is asking you. And the toko need to repeatedly to, TikTok CEO from Singapore. Need to like, the same thing with, the Facebook CEO, the Meta CEO. Anybody writing B? Okay, so you must read some books so that you don't have zero knowledge. Zero knowledge, you ask question, it will be very annoying. Yeah, you'll be annoying really. So best read some books. And number 2 is interview that time must record. Must record. And also must give confidence. Give confidence to the leader to share more. Okay. And then next is record. Go home, process the recording. List out the Q&A. What question you ask, what answer he or she answer. And then you cut your recording and keep your recording. Just in case. Just in case suddenly the leader say, oh, he never said that before. And then you can show the recording. But nowadays, even recording also kind of like meaningless. Because AI can fake the video. AI can fake the video. Okay, so next, kaedah bertulis. So the process, first you must know your books. Then you cross-check with museum or Arkib Negara. Cross-check that the book that you're holding is a correct copy, genuine correct copy. And then kumpul sumber, collect other books also, related topic, easier for us to research. Number 4, we'll scan the book into the computer for future reference, like computer, and then we'll do analysis. So we read books for what? We read books for what? The reason why we read books is we try to get new perspective. We try to look at the same thing from a different perspective. Okay, so that we have innovation and creativity. Most is innovation. Okay, we can see things differently. Okay, is important. Analisis sumber untuk perspektif baru terhadap sesuatu peristiwa. So you can screenshot this one. Okay, I give you a toilet break before I start chapter 2. Now it's 5:05. So I give you 2 minutes toilet break. 5:07, 5:08 lah. Okay, so I go toilet first. Then you're prepared. We'll be going into chapter 2. Yo, hello, I'm back. Okay, right. So you all look at which is your notes, so whoever haven't finished writing can screenshot, screenshot, and then I will go up, pew, pew, go to chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2. Okay, so chapter 2 is about Ice Age, Ice Age. Okay, that's chapter 2. Okay, so this is what important for chapter 2. They'll ask you the definition about geology, the definition about paleontology. So you must know geology is the knowledge about the research of the world, of Earth research knowledge. Ilmu mengkaji bumi, or ilmu kajian bumi, ilmu tentang kajian bumi. Paleontology is ilmu mengkaji organism pernah hidup di bumi. Is pernah, you slash the G. Pernah hidup di bumi. Paleontology. Okay, so we have got geology and paleontology. Okay. Wait, let me adjust the screen. Like that, like that, like that. Okay. So this one, the 7 continents must know. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Oceania, Asia, and Antarctica. And then Lautan, you must know the Pacific, Atlantic, Hindi, the South Sea, and also the Arctic Ocean. So this one you must know how to memorize the sequence. Me, ply, play, holiday. Me, apply. How many ply here? One ply. One ply is called apply. Okay, me, apply, play, holiday. Okay, me, ply, play, holiday. Okay, MPPH. Me, ply, play, holiday. So Myeoisen, that time is very hot and very dry. Very hot and very dry. So the mountain is formed. And we have mammals, and also living things, and mammals already exist. Poison is cool down already, but problem is still very dry. Why? Because a lot of water stuck in the ice. The ice haven't melt. Okay, the ice haven't melt. So when the ice haven't melt, a lot of water stuck in the ice. So the sea level very low. The sea level very low. So when sea level very low, the ocean surface also very small. Ocean surface very small means small surface of water exposed to the sun. And also tiny amount of water evaporate. Tiny amount of water evaporate. That's why the air is very dry. Because of the water vapor very low. Why the water vapor very low? Because very less water vaporize. Why very less water vaporize? Because very less surface, water surface exposed to the sun. Why very small surface exposed to the sun? Because majority of the water stuck in the ice. Why majority water stuck in the ice? Because the ice didn't melt. In the first place, how the water stuck in the ice? Because when the ice freeze, you expand. When the ice freeze, it will float. The ice freeze, it will expand and float. And expand and float. And more water freezes, more water expand and float. The ice mountain is getting taller. More water stuck in the ice. Okay, at North Pole and South Pole. That's why the ocean level is very low. Means the surface small. So we have lesser cloud. Lesser cloud means lesser rain. And the air is very dry. And then Pleistocene, what happened? Pleistocene 11 times. The ice melt 11 times. What happened? We human know how to make fire. We human know how to make fire. And then we able to walk to Australia. Because last time got Pentas Sunda. Pentas Sunda is this one now. Pentas Sunda is the shallow sea. You can look at the light blue area. Light blue area last time dry land. Light blue area last time dry land. Dry land. Most likely last time all this area ice. Ice. Because all this area the ice melt, the water enter the ocean. Kukubat radio. So our sea surface expand. Last time all this is not ocean. It's all land, ice. It's all ice. All this area is ice. So the only area that have water is maybe here. Only here only. So you can see this is the whole world. All this area last time is not ocean. It's ice. From this area onwards, all ice. So the amount of water that we have is very, very not much not much water. Ice melt. Then after that, Hollandsen is worse. Worse. So human develop and then we know how to write writing. And then generations of human getting smarter. Cuneiform is the Mesopotamia. Later you learn in chapter 4. It's the Mesopotamia wording called tulisan cuneiform. And then Mesopotamia people also invented the Middle East people also invented the wheel. Then this part is talking about Chiri Zaman Ice Age. So the plants that we have is all small. Manjala means on the floor and crawling. Crawling. Very small. Padang, rumput. Redneck means small. Manjala means crawling. Majority of the water freezes. Low sea level. Then after that, the world is covered with snow, referring to the North Pole and South Pole. We humans stay dekat the plains. Mountain cannot, too cold. Like Genting Highland now is 19 Celsius. Then on the surface in KL is about 36, 37 Celsius. So there is a difference between 20 Celsius. Roughly about 15 to 20 Celsius difference. You just imagine if on the plains is 19 Celsius, you takkan bodoh go and climb the Genting Highland. Genting Highland maybe is 0 Celsius. Freezing ice mountain. So takkan we like that time we don't know how to create fire effectively. So we will die one. Without fire, we will die. Yeah. So people are nomad. Nomad means homeless. We are homeless. And then we do hunting. You don't need to say memburu binatang, just memburu. Of course, we hunt animal. Takkan we go and hunt manusia, right? So this one is talking about the end of the changes that we face. The end of ice age. Glacier. Glacier means ice melt. Then the water enter the ocean. The water enter the ocean. And then the ice age animal all die. Mammoth and sloth. So now you look at the mammoth punya species is elephant. Sloth also got sloth punya species. Sloth, but it's not the real big size sloth. No more. Okay, the big size sloth die already. Now you see is the sloth species, but the smaller version. Okay, next is the kenaikan air aras laut 100 meter. So our ocean become 100 meter deeper. More water increase 100 meter. Then after that, very hot. the suhu warm. Because I say, more water means more vapor means humid, oh. Humid. It will be more humid. More humid means warmer, lor. Warmer, then people can walk out from Africa. People can walk out from Africa. Then got student ask about megalodon, those big fish, gigantic fish. Same theory, no. Ice age in the ocean, big fish can survive. The small fish cannot survive, too cold. Only big fish can survive. As the become like warmer, and then the small fish can survive. Can survive. More fish, more competition. More competition. Sure, got the big fish that is herbivore one. Those will start to die. Start to die, yeah. Because the plankton, all the small fish will eat. And then the big fish GG. So basically the 100-meter means ocean surface expand. So more water vapor, more cloud, then the cloud blow to the mountain, and then it condense and it rain at the mountain area. And it create lakes. You know what is lakes? Lakes is takungan air. Takungan air. Because the water flow in faster than the water flow out. That's why the water becomes still, stay there. The water flow in more than the water flow out. That's why the water will takung. Takungan air. That is also known tasik. Tasik and river. Okay, so now we can do the practice behind. So you can write this one. No? So exam, apakah maksud geology? Apakah maksud geology? You can flip to this page called page number 9. Then you can say geology ialah ilmu kajian bumi. Paleontology is ilmu kajian tentang organism pernah hidup di bumi. All this definition you need to question yourself and answer yourself verbally. You must test yourself verbally. Okay. Long time ago, my secondary school results no good. And then I very upset. And then I asked my eldest brother, Nicholas. Then Nicholas actually say, you don't need to be sad. One day, when you discover your study technique, trust me, your results will go up. Your results will go up once you discover your study technique. Then I know the golden key is the study technique. But the thing is, Nicholas cannot teach me study technique. Because that time because the age gap between me and Nicholas is 13 years. 13 years. So when I'm in Form, I asked this question, I think in Form 1 or 2. So when I'm Form 1, Form 2, that fellow already 27. So already graduate university 4 years, I think. 4 years. And his profession is lawyer. And later he joined public bank as banker, investment banker. So he don't teach. It's not his profession to explain to student about study technique. So it's not his profession. That's why he tell me the key is study technique, but the study technique, he didn't guide me. So what happened? I go to ask Yu Tian. Yu Tian is my brother. My brother 3 years apart. 3 years apart. So he is studying from, I think, from 4. That time his PMR, he scored straight A's, 8 A's. So basically I asked him know about study technique. And then what Yu Tian tell me is study technique is very personal, and it is different from person to person. So he don't want to influence me with his technique. He hoped that I will discover my own technique. So Yu Tian is a very democratic type of brother. He'll let you have your own thinking, not the dictator type like Hitler. No. oh, my way or the highway. I know he's not OCD. He is a person that believe in creativity, believe in innovation. So he don't cane his children for Yutian. He don't cane his children. He want his children to discover by themselves, like, you know, self-discovery. Of course, this technique is half right, half wrong also. Hey, come on, I'm not asking you about singing, I'm asking you about studying. So study technique is like walking, cooking. There is a standard one, there is a standard. Yes, there is variation between human, but somehow the variation is not like that huge one. It's back to studying. You get the idea? It's studying. So it's study technique. So Yutian didn't say anything, so I didn't score straight A's in my PMR. I only scored 3 A's in my PMR, 3 A's in SPM. And then only I discovered the study technique myself in uni. Why? Because it's really like, if I use my original study technique, I'll go Longkang. I cannot graduate. So I found my study technique, and then I accidentally discovered Yutian punya study technique. Accidentally. And then what happened? My study technique and his study technique is very close. Also means that if he share his study technique with me, like 6 years ago, I will be like, whoa, boom, boom, pow. I already boom, boom, pow. But problem is, he believed that all roads leads to Rome. So basically, you have your way, I have my way, he will have his way. So different human, different way. Of course, my student also got conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory is like, maybe your brother don't want you to score as good as him. Of course, I know my brother lah. I know my brother. My brother is memang like that. Memang like that. I studied in Catholic high school. Got one student asked, I studied in Catholic high school. Yutian also studied in Catholic high school. But of course, he's because he already discovered study technique in Form 1, I think. With study technique, basically study is no longer an issue. You breathing also you score. You breathing also you score. Breathing also you score. Because he only prepared exam 3 days before exam. 3 days before exam. Meaning, other than that, he's full-fledged persatuan. That's why he Form 2 already become the president of Science Matic. President of Science Matic. And then when he is Form 4, he become the ketua pengawas. You know the benefit of study technique? You know, early discovery of study technique? The benefit, what Chinese people say, you have a 胜利人生, no? Of course, I want my student to experience the boom boom pow high school life. I don't want you to experience like Kukubert high school life like me. When your results no good, then people will discriminate you, look down on you. You don't get opportunity. And then because you don't have correct study technique, you will basically waste a lot of time to study, to maintain your results. You study a lot, you die, your results maintain only, you're not scoring, That's why I'm upset now. I asked Nicholas, then Nicholas tell me study technique is crucial. I asked Yutian tell me everybody is different. For me, I tell you, study is still studying. If there is a standard technique, and the standard technique is so simple, and it is taught in sejarah. You know, the father of philosopher say how to become smart. Question your answer and answer your question. You know how Yutian study? Yutian study with answer. And look at the question, and then you look at the answer. And then you cover the answer, you look at the question. Come out the answer verbally. If you can say it out, you can write it out. It's so simple. That's why you know how Yutian study. You know how I know how he study. I study ACCA. By uni, I study ACCA. You know that fella? He studied civil engineering. He studied civil engineering, and then he completed his degree, and then he go and take a ACCA exam without going to class. Without going to class, he can pass ACCA exam. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? He can pass ACCA exam without attending class. You know how he do it? He take my book, He take my book. He only take the book, the revision book, and he look at the question and he flip behind, look at the answer. That is how we study for uni. Wow, I'm like, what the fish, if you tell me this, if you really teach me this, you know, when I'm from one, I also can be president, what? I also can be president, what? I have more time to, you know, to do other stuff, what? Yeah. But the thing is, you know, the primary school, they don't let you look at answer. They don't let you look at answer. Then when you look at answer that time, right, you will like feel bad. Until got student complain my class, hey, Yu Hang, why you keep showing answer to your student? You must let your student try first. Try first. Come on. Try, you can try yourself one. You cover the answer. You ask yourself, can you answer this or not? Cannot answer, then look at the answer. Look at the answer, learn how to answer. Then after that, copy first. Copy first, like you think you learn chicken, this word chicken from who? From someone, ma. You copy from someone, ma. After you copy from someone, then you play with it, ma. You call everybody chicken, including your cat, ma. Your cat also meow. Subtitle, I'm not a cat. Hey, I'm not a chicken. So you copy first and then you play with it. You play with it. And then you constantly test yourself with the same question and you can answer the same question. Every time you question yourself, you can answer. And trust me, your answer is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. After you answer the same question for 1,000 times, you lose your patience. And I hope that you don't, when you become smarties, you become top student, I hope that you talk to other people patiently. Please. Okay, very important. Because I got many top students until become, I don't know how to say, it's like, you know, it's not good for you. So the answer, this one, you can screenshot first, because you really need the answer. I screenshot first, I will show you all the answer. You screenshot and then first step, you copy answer. Second step, you take out the paper, cover the answer, look at the question, answer the question verbally. You know where you can study? You can study on the bed. He study on the bed with one pen, and he seldom write with the pen. And then he take the book and he flip one. He look at front and look at back and try to make sense. And then look at the front and try to come back the answer. And if he look at the question, can come out the answer without looking at the question, without looking at the answer, okay already. But he will try to make sense. And when he don't understand about something, he will ask me. Then I explain why, then he understand, then okay. Okay, so you screenshot the answer first. Okay, 4 days ago, SPM results release. So once again, TTC breached another level. We have another breakthrough. We have another significant breakthrough. So this one, you can screenshot this one. Okay, this is a standard answer. The answer can be shorter. Trust me, my student can write shorter answer than mine. Proven. Last year student. Last year from 3. His name is called Yong Liang. I'm very proud of him. Like that, you can write shorter than me. He say like, Yu Hang, don't need to write 5 lines. My answer 3 lines settle. 3 line. 3 line, I can do it already. I'm like, good. Then further down, you can screenshot this one. This one is the 3rd page. So you must give Tasik, Dayang, Banting, Great Lakes as the answer. And then this is the answer for the what we call the objective. So this is the SPM Sejarah. We are collecting results from students. TDC statistic is a big gay one. Gay. You cannot find another tuition that can match TDC. You can't find, because 84.6% of our total students score A- or above. A- or above. So out of the 84.6%, 60% of students score A+, 20% score A, and 20% score A minus. You think sejarah department, boom, boom, pow. Maths department, even more gay. Crazy, you know, that bunch of fella, Liang Jie is crazy. 98%, no. 98% of our students score A minus or above. Meaning TDC, I go into TDC High Achiever Awards or you go to TDC any from 5 students. The maths is A minus. You only can bump into 2 students, which is not non-A. This is crazy, you know. So out of the 100% student, we have 98% student score A in SPM maths. 84.6% score A in sejarah. So meaning my marking scheme is okay. Okay, but of course I still want to improve because last year is about 70%. Last year is 70%. This year become 84. 84.6. But my dream is able to make 100%. 100% A. That would be the best. Okay, so you must go all out. All out. Okay, so basically it's like 64% of sejarah department student, they actually score better than school exam. 64. 64%. So for maths is I didn't calculate. I calculate this yesterday class. The student asked. Then after that only I calculate, only I get the number. But I will make the statistic. I'll show you. So this is my number. You can WhatsApp me. If I didn't reply your WhatsApp, don't cry. You can spam me. You can dot. One day you can dot 3 times. Bump up your message. Bump up your message. Okay. So if you need any answer, you can stay back. If don't have, good luck in the exam. And remember, use the technique called question and answer. Question answer. Okay. Don't feel bad when you look at answer. It is okay. Okay. So I'll see you next time and next week. Okay. Bye-bye. You're welcome. Anushka. Yeah. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye, Sun Heng.